Good morning, everyone. Jan Fursdon here from Fursdon House. Wanted to share a journal with you. I made this one. It's a special order, and it's a book, a journal that is composed entirely of original pages from Edith Holden's book, The Country Diary of an Edwardian Lady. Many of you are familiar with her, and she was a fabulous artist, a naturalist, and a biographer in many ways, because she wrote journals of all the things that she encountered and drew pictures of what she saw, and it was just amazing. And she did this in 1906, and then she wrote this book, or I think the book was published after her death actually, but they took her diary writings and created this book, and it's just amazing. So let's go ahead and get started. It is a hardback book. It has 3 signatures in it. There are 4 charms on the front. Has a total of 72 pages, and of course additional writing space that I tuck in wherever I can, because I like to write and I want to make sure that everyone else has plenty of writing space too. It does also have a writing board that helps you put under pages so that you have something smooth to write on. The dimensions are 2 inches for the spine, 7 inches across, 9.5 inches tall. And as you can see, there's the front with the bow on there. I've just used a grosgrain ribbon. These are vintage buttons on the front and some lace. I've used a 5-hole pamphlet stitch underneath the lace. And there's the reverse. And I'm going to cheat and take off the bow this way, and then I don't have to refold it because it's such a pretty bow. I learned long ago this is an easy way of doing this. See? Perfect. So let's go ahead and get started. Let me move the bow out of the way here. And make sure we're in focus too. Alright. Okay, so here we go. This is vintage lace from about the 1960s. Just makes a little pocket there. I've included 2 things in the front pocket. It's a list of wildflowers found in the neighborhood of Oulton, Warwickshire, in England. That's where she was from. And she wrote this out herself. That's her handwriting. And it's just a nice little list of all the flowers that she encountered in the particular area that she lived in. And this is a picture of her, Edith Holden. I've just put the name of the book that it came from, The Country Diary of an Edwardian Lady, facsimile reproduction of a naturalist diary for the year 1906. She recorded in words and paintings the flora and fauna of the British countryside. And there she is. Lovely. Okay, in this first page we have, and as I said, everything, all the papers that you see here, nothing is from any other artist except Edith Holden. I may have created things like lace, myself, but nothing else is from anyone else. Here we have an envelope made up of her papers. These are original. Just giving you some writing space, and I may not unfold them all, but that gives you an idea of what's going to be in the envelopes, because there's a few in here. And this is a pocket here and a pocket here, so you can do that and that. And I just kind of slid it in there because I like the looks of it. And then here we have a tag, creeping loose strife. Space to do that. A little bit of a lace snippet that I've done, and here it goes over the side of the page. You can see that's what you see on the other side. Beautiful blackberries and dog rose, fruit of the dog rose, that's what that is. I love them. And then here's a blank sheet of paper. Papers have all been tea dyed, coffee dyed. Many of the papers I purchased from a friend of mine, Annette, at Boho Provision Company, and I'll put her link below, but she does this fabulous wash of yummy coffee and vanilla, and oh my goodness, wonderful. Here we have another pocket. You can see here, I need something to show you when I have pockets. Hold on just a moment. Well, crash. Here we go. Everything's normal. Okay, so you can see there's a pocket there. Some of the pockets I've left blank so that you can put in things of your own. And then here's another pocket. These are vintage buttons. And this, I got the idea from Kerr. I'll put her link below. She has some fascinating ways of creating ephemera for junk journals. And so it's a little journal space there. And then here we have another little snippet that I've created. Crocheted lace. There's another envelope. This, you can see the envelope on the back there. This is just a little space. I try and use up absolutely every bit of the book that I can. I mean, you'll see in a moment just how tiny I get with using up some of her information. Another blank sheet of paper. Beautiful toadstools. Gorgeous, gorgeous colors. And we just put that in there. Another snippet I've created. And this is just from the diary part of her book. Another pocket here. Blank page for writing in. More of her words here. Another snippet. I've gotten into these. I really enjoy making them. Again, that's from her book. This is how tiny I can get. These little flower forms here, that came from her book. I hate to waste any of it. So you can see just how crazy I can get. A little snippet I've created here. Here we have a tag, but this also has a space for writing in there. And let's see, this one, no, this one is just a pocket on this side. Some of them I have pockets on two sides, and again, that's from her book. I'll just put some vintage lace on there. There's one of the charms that we have. Some accordion ribbon here. This is one of the flowers that I've done, the pressed flowers, and it's using a page from her book, or actually, yeah, a page from her book. Writing space on the reverse. And this is Speedwell. My husband got this up where he works in Gallatin, Tennessee. So again, anytime I've taken away space in one area, I've tried to give you at least that same amount, if not more, in another area. So I do love my writing space. And here we have another tag. A little bit of sari silk on there. It's just so pretty. A swarm of bees in May is worth a load of hay. More vintage buttons. Here we have a little notebook that I've created. Excuse me. Goodness. Whoops, turn it right side up. These are dog roses. It's just a little notebook. Honeysuckle, my favorite flower. Oh goodness, I love honeysuckle. And in the interest of time, I'm just going to flip through here. This was just on the reverse, holding it in. Here we have another envelope. Same amount of space. Dragonfly. Writing space on the inside. This was the picture that was actually on the cover of the book that they did. Oops, you've come off. It belonged up here. But anyway, this is more writing space. And I've just put a little bit of, this is a piece from my mother-in-law's, no, not mother-in-law, good gracious. It was my grandmother and my great aunt who did crochet and embroidery. And I've got a lot of it, so I've decided to put it to good use. And I know they're thrilled with that because they did not like things to be wasted. They wanted to use the nice things. Here we have another, it's similar to the other one that I created, it's just much larger. Daffodils and periwinkle. And that's a chaffinch on the front. Just open it up and then you've got pages there. More from her book. This is, you you have writing space on the inside, and it literally just comes down over the top of the page so that you've got this on, you know, one on one page, one on the other. So it sits there like that. Here we have more writing space, more snippets. This is a pocket, and yes, it's only the pocket right there. Sometimes I forget what I've made pockets and what I haven't. Just a bit of applique there. That is not a pocket. I had to stop and think. In the month of July, her recordings for that year. These are pockets. Let's see. Yes, there's a pocket in here that I've left empty. And there's a pocket there. Just a small little journaling card. It's the middle of the second signature, and again, I've used those little flower forms to finish off that. Oh, I love this ribbon, this green leaf ribbon. And you see I can, if this was the back of a picture and I was close, so I literally had to cut it out, but I'm not about to waste it. This is a double pocket again with some vintage lace on here. A little notebook, and it can go in here, well, there, as well as there. Another one of the little charms. It's a little heart inside a little nest. I just think those are so sweet. And here we have another pocket that folds over. More blank pages to write on. Another little booklet. You can see you've got lots of space in here. Harebell and Mayweed. Of course, that's the poppy. It amazed me. I call it the common poppy. It's the most beautiful thing. More space. Here's another little pocket. Oh, yeah, this one is a larger. So we have a pocket here, kind of like a tuck spot that you can put something in. And then, of course, there's that one. And then this is the same as the other one. These are by G. Kerr. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. I even asked her how to pronounce it, and I still mess it up. Another of the little charms here. Some vintage lace. A snippet of fabric. This is another book. I love bees. The Common Bumblebee and the Hive Bee. And again, it's just tea stain paper there. Another little booklet. When I make ephemera, I kind of get carried away. Whoops, slightly stuck there. Oh, don't want that. But it's just I do get carried away, and so, well, I've got to use it, so in it goes. Let's put him in there. More space. Vintage lace, and the little pink and white is from the crochet from my my grandmother and my great aunt. This bee, I almost threw him out. I cut something out, and I thought, wait a minute, I thought there was a bee on the back side of the picture, and sure enough there was. So I rescued him and cut around him, and there he is in all his little happiness. This is a CD sleeve. Again, that's from her book, More Bees. You can tell I love bees. This is just it's two pockets actually. You've got this one here, just some blank pages, or page, and then you've also got a journaling card here. And they're totally separate, so you can't see one from the other. It's really neat. I like those things. Here I have well, if I can get this off, it's another one of my pressed flowers. This is Trillium. And here, whoops, I haven't gotten it in place, do I? It normally goes right in there. It's a card, or a tag rather. Oh, I see where there. It pops in that way because that's an envelope again. So we'll pull him out like that. Sweet little drawing. Some of these you can even color. Some of them I do color, some of them I don't. I leave it up to the individual if they'd like to. So we turn it over and then we see this envelope. And again, more writing space. And it was serving as a tuck spot for the tag here. And then also another one of my pages that you can actually journal on with my pressed flowers. This is Vinca from our garden here in Madison. Another double pocket, so we have another little booklet. I'm telling you, I'm getting crazy with these little booklets. I think they're neat though. It's a nice way to have something to write on, maybe one day's experience or something like that, or a special occasion, a holiday, something like that. So they're a lot of fun. Vintage lace here, another picture. Here we have these little tuck spots that I've made where you just slide something down in there. More mushrooms, toadstools, and again the space, the writing space on the inside. And here we have the last of the charms. There are 4 vintage buttons here, a little charm there. This is a tag that's a little bit longer, and this is vintage lace on the bottom. And on the reverse of that was held this list, and it's wild birds found in the neighborhood of Oulton, Warwickshire. And there's journaling space on the back automatically. See, it was meant to be. And here is the back pocket. And this is the writing board that I was telling you about. Vintage lace here from about the 1960s, 1950s, somewhere in there. And the reverse, I've just kind of left it plain. And this is great for when you have, say you're writing on something and it's on the back of something like this, so it's kind of chunky. And you need something to write on to make it firmer, so that allows you to write without going through all the pages. So that is it. This is, you can see the reverse there without the, she's a little chunky. And there's the front without the bow. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed this. I thank you very much for your time, and I hope you're having a blessed day. It's sunny. It's supposed to get up to 50s today, so welcome from Madison, Alabama. Take care, and I hope you have a lovely and blessed weekend. Take care. Bye-bye.